There we go.
Is it gonna kick me off again?
I hope not.
Yes, I want to tag you. All right, y'all. So we had a little technical difficulty on that last one, just a little bit. It kicked us off. It don't like us. That's okay. That's how they do black folk up in, white people land. But it's all good.
It's okay. We still got the sun out.
Yeah, the sun out, sun shining. Yes. Okay. Did it tag you?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all, we are outside Crosstown Concourse. Ooh, y'all just saw the sunlight. Y'all saw the sky. It's pretty out here today. It is gorgeous out here today.
That's why we outside.
Ooh, that light right there, that lighting right there is
yes.
They talking about something right here with this light. Okay, we in the light.
Come on in this outside.
So the God's finna shine, the network God's finna. Hey, Brittany.
Hey.
The network God's about to shine down on us because it's finna act right. And it is so. Amen.
Hello.
All right.
Hello, good evening.
I am joined here today.
Yeah.
If you didn't go to church, we finna take you there. Do you hear me?
After work.
After work. For those who went to work, we finna go to church right quick and talk about some self-care up in this joint.
All right. Come on, mother.
So y'all know my name is Kim. This is my live broadcast, Black, Southern, and Healthy.
Yes.
Episode 2 with Shantria. I'm so glad to be sitting with this young soul. Do you mind me asking how old you are?
I am 28.
She is 28, y'all. She
and
is
a half.
and a half. So that means in 6 more months you're gonna be the 29.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
August 25th.
That's my daughter's birthday. Oh my goodness. Oh.
So you know the greatness.
Oh my goodness, that is Maddie's birthday. I knew we were connected somehow beyond, me sitting at Anthem May getting that nice old massage. But I am joined here today. She miss you.
She miss you.
She miss me. I need to go sit in that chair again. I really do, because I work at FedEx. Y'all know I love working at FedEx. I love that work. I feel like a superwoman.
Y'all need to have me
in
come
my
up there.
area, huh?
Y'all need to have me come up there.
That might not be a bad idea.
We can do that.
And I believe FedEx will set you up somewhere in the main entry. Have you been to FedEx before?
I used to work there.
Okay, I was going to say everybody has worked at FedEx. That main entry, right, we in Memphis. So everybody used to work there. So I can see them doing that. A self-care thing, you know what? Don't get me started with no ideas, but hey, we might have to work on that.
Write that down.
Hey, Bree, how you doing?
Hey,
But yeah, today I am sitting here next to Shantria. Pronounce your names. Am I pronouncing it right? Shantria.
Yep.
Very urban vintage. You've had some names during the years. I think I met you when you were a photographer. And I'm sure you still do that because, as creatives, we pick things up and we put things down, pick them up when the Spirit tells us to do so.
Yes.
But Shantria is a licensed massage therapist.
Yes.
And I've sat in her chair, as I mentioned before. But she's also into some other stuff besides massaging. That's what she does. That's not who she is. Okay? Yes. Got a link for self-care. ASAPly.
I mean.
Love you too.
You know where I live.
Hello. You know where she lives, so why you not over there?
Well, I'm not at home.
Okay, but she's not at home right now.
No.
Okay, so don't go over there right
Don't go yet. We can talk
tell us a little bit about yourself. Because we know what you do, and tell us what you do, but plus tell us about yourself.
Okay, so I am all of 28 years old. No children, not trying to have any.
Yes.
Not yet.
Okay.
Oldest of 4. Not legally married.
Okay.
Very spiritual. Artistic, creative. I'm a hug thug. Like, I'm gonna get hugs whether you want to or not. But like a lot of times you want to. And I'm just, exploring life.
Okay.
And enjoying every bit of it.
Yes, she is. You can tell. You can tell when people are living the life that they talk about. Because sometimes people out here just talking, and I said I'm going to stop saying people, and I'm going to stop saying y'all. I'm going to say us, because self included. Sometimes we do things just for the sake to just be talking about it, and we're not necessarily living it. But Shantria is living the life that she's talking about. So I appreciate that about you.
I appreciate it.
Yes. Okay, so y'all have joined us today because y'all want to hear about some self-care.
Yeah.
That's what y'all want to hear about. I know y'all been hearing about it a lot. What you got right there, girl?
This is a body butter that I made because in my self-care, I am very anti-ash.
Okay. Ooh, she must have saw them hands.
No, I saw you reaching, so...
Okay.
You know.
Well, baby, ooh. Ooh. What is this righteousness in here?
That is tea tree and lavender scented.
Yes, tea tree and lavender.
I use mango butter, shea butter, and coconut oil.
This is nice.
And I whipped it on up.
Oh, yes, Jesus. Yeah. Taking care of your skin is self-care.
Yeah.
But self-care is so much more than just, hey, your friend Christina said, hey.
I miss you, boo.
But taking care of yourself is more than taking care of what's on the outside. It's also about taking care of what's on the inside. And your mental, your physical, your spiritual. It's taking care of the whole self.
It starts on the inside.
Yes, it starts on the inside. So, Shantria, define what self-care is for you.
So, self-care for me is, it's more than being.
Okay.
It's going with the flow, realizing your connectedness with everything, and treating everything in life as you would yourself. So, like, you wouldn't want to be, like, bruised or battered or, talked down on, basically hurting your inner self. So, do the same thing that you would want done for you, for everybody else. Because, everything is an extension of you.
Yes.
So, there's that.
Yes, there's some spiritual talk right there. You are connected to this earth in more ways than one. When your feet touch the ground, and when you lay down, and when you wake up, when you rise, when you fall, you are connected to this earth.
Come on.
And that's self-care. It's being connected to, like she said, it's being connected to what's around you and doing those activities that demonstrate what it means to be connected to you.
Right. So, like, being in America,
yes,
especially,
come on,
one of the, if not the most stressed out country in this good green earth.
Okay.
We forget to sleep and eat and
the basics.
Really rest. Not just sit down thinking about what you got to do next. So, to unwind from everything, even if it's just for an hour every day, that can make a world of a difference. Because you are giving yourself time to rejuvenate and heal your own self, because that's what the body does anyway.
Especially during sleep.
Right. And keeping yourself hydrated, that's very, very, very important. Because if you are a Sahara desert on the inside, can't nothing on the outside look or operate properly. So, keeping you some water.
Yes, rejuvenation.
All the water. And spiritually, meditation. Just deep breathing.
Okay.
Breathing. That's important. Because a lot of folks forget to breathe.
We breathe incorrect. Let me tell y'all something. And I learned this in high school. My music teacher, Miss Carol Culbreth.
Come on. Miss Carol
Culbreth taught us how to breathe correctly when we sing, and this is the same way we should breathe as we just walking and being about this earth, right?
That breathing
so
is different
when we deep, this is what we normal. This is what when you tell someone to take a deep breath, this is what they do. Shoulders up. But let me tell you something, y'all. Your shoulders aren't supposed to go up when you breathe. When you are breathing, put your hand right here on your right here. Put your hand right here
on your diaphragm.
When you breathe in, your stomach and your diaphragm should come out. Not your shoulders going up. You gotta breathe when you twerk.
You do.
That's my little brother. He had a twerk class on Friday. I'm gonna have to bring you on here one day so you can talk about your twerking.
Come on, I'll wear some shorts to wear.
Speaking of being healthy,
I'll wear some shorts to wear. Come on.
But yes, when you are breathing, your stomach and your diaphragm is supposed to come out because you're taking in air. This is not deep breathing. This is constricting your insides. You want your insides to bring in all of the oxygen. So yeah, you're breathing. Yes.
Yeah.
When I tell you a deep breath is an aspirin.
Yeah.
If you right now,
because the oxygen go to your brain.
Right now where you are sitting, let's take some deep breaths. Can we do that right now? You want to guide us in some deep breaths?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Sure. So, take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth.
Ooh, y'all feel it.
You can do it again. In. Exhale. And you calm down when you do it too. Because your brain is getting more oxygen.
Yes.
So when you increase that oxygen, the rest of you calms down. Because it's not in fight or flight anymore.
And she said it helps. Andrea, hey, where are you in the country? Where are you in this world, on this earth? Because I know you are everywhere. Breathing exercises help distress so many muscles.
It does.
It breathe. Does. Eric said breathe.
Breathe.
So, Shantria, tell us what started your self-care journey.
My granddaddy.
Okay. Ooh, yes, granddaddy.
Granddaddy started me with self-care and massage.
She's in Japan.
Okay. With all the squids and stuff.
Yes.
But my granddaddy started me. I guess it goes along with massage because I started when I was 5. Okay. And you know, he'll come home from work. She'll walk on my back. Okay. So I'll walk on him back, think I was doing some squeezes. And then eventually I was like, okay. He said this feel good. So I'm gonna help him feel better. Okay. And I started like really getting into it. And like he calls me his doctor. Okay. I'm not licensed in doctoring yet.
That's okay.
But
you're still a healer.
And it went from massaging him and taking care of him to the rest of the family. Okay. And then, like, when I got in school, I started preaching, hey, you got to take care of yourself, and you got to breathe, and you got to drink water, and all that. But I wasn't doing it. Okay. So, I was like, okay, I can't be telling everybody else to breathe and take care of themselves and rest and sleep and all this, and I'm not doing it. Okay. So, I unplugged for a while and started doing it for myself. Okay. So, yeah.
Let's talk about unplugging. What did your unplugging look like?
I went to the park and found like this tree that I connected to. Okay. And just put my phone on silent, then answering the calls or texts. Just breathing. You know, took some deep breaths and I ended up going to sleep. Okay. Outside in the grass. And just be. Okay. You know, I cried a little bit. Yes. Purging. From crying to screaming a little bit, making folks look at me a little crazy because I was in Fraser.
I go with this Fraser food right here.
Yeah. And like, what is she screaming for? Ain't nobody else out here.
Baby, you was exercising the demons. Do you hear me?
Honey, it was so many. And actually taking time to face my demons. Okay. Because that is part of self-care. That's the part of self-care that folks tend to avoid because it hurts. So,
it's not comfortable at all.
So to get better, I had to go back to what hurt me. Okay. And face that and deal with it. So I did that for a while. Okay. Even on the rainy days. Okay. So yeah. Okay. and I had my water with me. Yes. H2O. Yes.
What do you think are some of the barriers that hinder us from being able to take care of ourselves?
Well, one, we are always taught, okay, you gotta go to school, get a job. Okay. You know, make good money without taking a break in between. Okay. Like, or even learning how to take a break. We always taught and go. Even from our parents and grandparents. And we see them wear themselves down, and it's like, okay, do I have to do this? So that's that. And then
we just kind of feel like it's what we were supposed to do because it's what our parents did. It's what our grandparents did.
So we were taught by example. And then also what we hear. Like, you're supposed to go. And trying to, you know, be on the hustle all the time, so stressed. Trying to make the next dollar. And, you know, trying to be the next best thing. And like now in 2019, being relevant is a thing. So we always stress and trying to be relevant and forget to take care of ourselves. And sometimes our hearts can be a barrier because we love to take care of other people.
Yes.
And we'll hurt ourselves for the sake of taking care of other people. And it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Taking care of yourself is, in essence, taking care of other people.
It is, because you can't pour from an empty cup.
You can't.
It don't work like that.
You can't at all. And I think, especially as Black women, as women, period, we are nurturers. Yes. I'm not going to say every woman has that in them to be a nurturer, but for the most part, the majority of us, we are nurturers. When we see something wrong with somebody, especially as close to us, we have this desire to kind of want to fix it. We want to make it right. We want to, you know, we want to put the pieces back together again while we're still broken ourselves. It's just, it's what we do. Self-care is saying, you know what, I still love you, but I cannot help you right now because I'm trying to help myself, sister. I'm trying to help myself, bruh. So let me take care of myself right quick, and then I bet you when you need to be helped, I will be able to help you in a more holistic way. I'll be able to help you in a way that's a bit stronger than if I were broken trying to help you.
And some folks don't even accept it, which is ridiculous because, I mean, if somebody can assure you that they're going to be good or even better the next time you see them, why wouldn't you let them do that? We feel entitled. Okay, no, I need your help now. No. So, no.
Yeah.
Saying no is okay.
Yeah.
Being a little more selfish.
I just put that on Facebook the other day, being selfish. I'm not being, well, yeah, I am being selfish. I am being selfish.
Because to be selfless, that means you ain't got nothing left for you. So you got to be a little selfish. You know. And
that's not a all the time thing, because you know your spirit will lead you when it's time to help somebody. You can help somebody in your brokenness. I'm not saying that it can't be done, but you know when your body, your mind, and your spirit says, I can't take anymore, and I need to tap out. I am watching this show. I am binge watching it. It's on the History Channel, but I have Hulu, so I'm streaming it from Hulu, and it's called Alone. I'm on like season 3, maybe like 5 or 6 seasons. So the premise of the show is they take 10 people, drop them off in the middle of nowhere, some kind of jungle, some kind of rainforest or something. There's no camera crews around. These people have their own cameras to record themselves living in the wild and being all alone. Like having their own, they have like a survival kit that they are able to pick their own tools and stuff. But on some of the episodes, some of the seasons, the very first or second day, people will be like, I can't take it. I mentally can, I mean, they can probably take like a bear coming up to I can handle this. But one guy said, I cannot take being alone with my thoughts like this. He could not take his own thoughts. Why did I get on this? I think I wanted to talk about being able to handle our own thoughts and being alone and being able to process what's going on in our heads.
Yeah,
that is self-care. It takes so much practice because it's uncomfortable. Like you said earlier, it's uncomfortable facing your own thoughts and facing what's not right about you and what you want to fix, but it's necessary.
It is. Because, I mean, the past is part of you.
Okay.
It already happened, so, like, unless you let it happen again, it won't happen again.
Okay.
But to go forward, you got to go back. So you got to figure out, okay, what happened for me to get to right here? What triggered this behavior or this habit or this thought that I need this person or whatever?
So Antonio says, what would be the first outlet for self-healing?
You got to find out who you are first.
I was just about to say self.
Yeah,
Brittany says the root.
You gotta reconnect to yourself, and that means facing the mirror.
Yeah.
We have mirrors all in the house. We have them at work. We have them in the lounges or the clubs that we go to, and we avoid them, except to look at ourselves, physically. But when you look in the mirror, you gotta say, okay, this me. Ain't nobody else here but me. And when you can really face that person, and you can say that you hurt, and you can say that you scared or frustrated, mad, even aroused, you got to get back to who you are before you can get past anything else or to anything else.
You've got to learn and know yourself. What helped me recently on a detox, at first it was a detox from food. Be vulnerable with you, yes. Yeah. At first it was a detox from food, and I decided to go ahead and detox from social media. I had to shut off everybody else's voice. And I shut off the TV too. I didn't watch any TV. I listened to some podcasts and stuff like that. So going back to your question, I can't remember what your name was. I'm so sorry. Antonio, connect to who you are and turn off all of the other voices best you can. Of course, when you go to work, you're going to be talking to other people and all that good stuff. But social media has a way. It's a great tool. It's a great resource that we have available at our fingertips that connects us instantly. But it's also... it's a portal. It's a portal to worlds that sometimes we're not ready or able to handle. So if you shut off social media, even if you just do it for one day, even if you normally do it before you go to bed, if you just say, I'm not gonna tap into it before, I'm not gonna connect to it before I go to bed.
As soon as you wake up.
Or as soon, yeah. Ooh, let's talk. We'll talk.
That phone.
We got to talk about that. But yeah, if you can disconnect from social media, don't watch the news. Turn off the news and anything like that. Try to stay away from people who always bring you bad news, or people who always want to come to you when they're having an issue. Try to do that as well, so you can connect to what's going on in your head.
Yeah.
So you can be with your social media, and social media is addictive. I find myself sometimes you're doing this. I find myself doing it. I'm guilty of it, and I'm very aware of who I am. But sometimes this just happens. So lately, I've been able, since my detox and I came off, I kind of come back on and maybe post when my spirit is leaving me, and I get right back off. I don't care to, I may scroll a little bit and like and love some stuff, and maybe comment a little bit so people know that I'm still engaged. But yeah.
Yeah, like Facebook or social media.
Hey, Jana.
Hey, girl. Social media is supposed to be a tool, but it's become not just a drug, but it's become some people's god. Like, you're not even paying attention to the things that's hurting you spiritually because you too focused on social media. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah,
we're not gonna go off into
that. Might be a show. That might need to be a whole nother episode, because I see it happening with our young people.
It's with the elders too.
Oh, okay.
It's folks like older than me that's like, I can't live without my Facebook. I can't live without my Instagram. And that's a problem.
It can become a problem if you overusing it. It can become a problem.
It's a distraction. It becomes a distraction from who you are. Like, you have this person that you become, or that you create on social media, and you're so busy trying to be that person, you forget who you originally are. So, and in those couple minutes that turn into hours that you on social media, you don't interact with the person that's sitting right next to you. Like, I've seen where folks are sitting at a whole table and everybody got their phone out looking at them. Like, nobody can really enjoy their food because you taking pictures or scrolling on social media trying to get up with somebody halfway across the world. But I'm gonna get up off of that because I can.
So what how do we sabotage? And this is a little bit similar to the question that I just posed, but this time we're going to talk about the natural inclination that we have to take care of ourselves. We were born to kind of know how to take care of ourselves. How do we sabotage that?
We find any and everything to distract us. From the things we do to make money to our significant others, and we end up putting ourselves into other things instead of reinvesting into ourselves. So that's one way. And then we let our fear of actually being seen or heard
and being vulnerable, as Brittany stated before.
Right. We let our fear stop us from unplugging because we feel like we're gonna miss something.
And we let that stop us from connecting to people as we should. I've been dating, I've been not seriously dating one person. I've been dating different guys lately. And this new me, this self-aware me, has decided that she's going to be vulnerable, and she's not going to, or I'm not going to, if I'm thinking about a guy, I let him know. Instead of saying, sometimes as women, well, I'm not going to say all women, we don't want to let somebody know we're thinking about them, because we may feel like we're coming on too strong. I'm not scared anymore to be like,
come on, know me.
I'm not scared anymore to be like, I'm just thinking about you right now. You just crossed my mind. What are you doing?
And folks think, okay, you were thinking about me. You must want me. No,
I'm just thinking about you. I'm thinking about how, are you happy right now?
Like,
what are you doing? What's bringing you joy right now in this moment? What's making you sad in this moment?
Are you still breathing? That's all I wanted to know.
That's all I want to know. I ain't trying to hook up with you. Just want to know how you doing. That's being vulnerable right there. That's allowing yourself to be seen right there. And there was something else I want to say that to piggyback off what you said, and it just went away.
It's okay.
So it'll come back.
And like everybody don't want to hook up.
Yeah.
That's like one of the craziest things. You get so many spiritually transmitted diseases out here because folks think everybody got to hook up. It's just not Hollywood.
Yeah.
And even if it was, everybody not trying to hook up.
That's not what we're all trying to. And sometimes the energy that you have with someone else that you're attracted to is not a sexual energy. It's a spiritual energy. It's maybe it's something that y'all need to exchange. That's a conversation that needs to happen. And that could be the reason why that person is in your life. It's not necessarily for y'all to be in a relationship.
Right.
That's my daughter texting me, asking me if I want to go to Huey's and get a Beyond Burger. Yes, Maddie, if you were watching, I do want to go get a Beyond Burger from Huey's.
Come on, Beyond Burger.
She's so sweet. But yeah, sometimes that energy that we have with someone we're attracted to, you can be attracted to somebody and not want to sleep with them.
Right. Like they can be a good hugger, or good homie.
A good conversationalist.
Yeah.
Because good conversation is hard to find, believe it or not, because of our ability to attach to technology so easily. We lose our ability to connect to other humans. So conversation is a lost art. For some of us, we do. Baby, let me tell you something about my text. I tell people this all the time. I tell guys this all the time. I need you to go and prepare yourself because my texts are full paragraphs, and sometimes they are books.
It's okay.
Okay, so you're gonna get this good conversation from me, but we can't talk on the phone. Well, I got something I want to tell you, and it's gonna be 7 sentences long. Okay, take that. Eat it and shake. But yeah, I remember what I want to talk about. You were talking about relationships. Yes. Sometimes we attach ourselves too quickly to someone out of fear of being lonely or being alone.
Yeah,
that's a real fear right there, especially because the prospects. I can't speak for men, but the prospects for me, I can't speak to men who are out here looking for women, but the prospects for women out here looking for me, it's kind of dim. And what I found that guys are distracted by everything else that's going on, so they don't have
Instagram
ample opportunity to want to get to know one person. That's been my experience. And I let them know that off the get go. Like, I already know you might you probably got somebody else you talking to. That's all fine and well, because I'm talking to several different people too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna give you my attention.
Yeah.
I am going to give you my attention.
Some people don't need the attention.
This is true.
Like they not.
This is true.
They're not smart enough.
But we can't go overboard with giving ourselves to someone out of fear of being lonely.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do that.
Yeah, because that was a thing for me at one point, and I had to go on and face it.
Mm-hmm.
I was scared to face it too.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, look, I don't really like being alone. I've never really been alone.
Okay.
Like, I've always slept with somebody in the bed.
Okay.
Be it my sister, my auntie, my grandma.
Uh-huh.
So, being just me.
Okay.
Like, I gotta have something next to me.
Okay.
Even if it's just, pillows.
Okay.
Or books.
Okay.
So, being by myself, I had to learn how to be by myself.
Mm.
And that's a thing that a lot of people are scared to do, because then you will have to think and hear your thoughts.
You'll be forced to. And that, like we said before, and we can talk about this. That could be a whole nother episode about being able to be alone with your thoughts. Maybe they's having a party back here.
But
oh, is it after prom? Is it prom shot? Y'all might catch a little. It might be a wedding reception up in this joint. Hey, pretty girl. Look at these pretty babies. Yeah, they finna have a whole photo shoot behind us, so y'all may see a whole bunch going on back there, because I was distracted.
That's all right. And she just came over here grinning.
Hey.
She gonna
get it.
She better come on here. Looking out, I'm gonna get back.
We
to
might
her
have to join that little party right there.
I'm gonna get
that childlike happiness. Yes.
I'm getting there. My inner 5-year-old is still very much alive.
Okay. You know, I had a. Can y'all still hear us with all that going on? Let us know. But I had a decent childhood growing up. I mean, I had love on every hand. Parents side, both my mom, my dad's side. But I always wanted a sister growing up too, because I had 4 brothers, and I believe that's where I felt if I could go back to my inner child, that would be where I would need to pick back up. And that is where I revisit sometimes about wanting to have a sister and wanting to have that connection with someone. And I believe that's why in my junior high years, I started to feel like I could just be attached to anybody. Like I needed to be attached to somebody, because I never did have a sister that I was close to. I had good friends and best friends and everything, but I didn't have anyone that I was always close to and always talking to, like a real sister living in the house with me. And that bothered me. I remember several times asking my mom and dad, like, can y'all please give me a sister? Can y'all please give me a sister? So yeah, junior high, I felt like I needed to just connect to everybody and anybody. Huh? You want to give your sister away? How old is she now?
She's 27.
Oh, you still want to give her away?
No. I like her.
You like her now?
I like her. Like, that's my homie. That's my best friend. And like, I fight over her.
Okay, so what are some of the health barriers that you see for African Americans living in the inner city, especially here in Memphis? And I'm not just talking about self-care at this time. I'm talking about health in general.
You talking about besides diabetes? Okay, you got diabetes, 1 and 2.
Okay.
Or A and B.
Okay.
You got high blood pressure.
Okay.
Sugar. Bipolar.
Okay.
Well, that's,
okay.
disease.
Okay.
Let's see what else. You got a lot of allergy sufferers too. Allergies, sinus. What else? Cancer. Especially in the inner city, because we have all this radiation going on.
Okay.
All these products that cause cancer from the ingredients that they have.
And let's stop right there for a second talking about cancer. From what I understand, we all have cells in our body that could be cancerous at any time. Anything could cause it. It could be lying dormant, but maybe due to hereditary, we could get it. It could be a hereditary thing, but it also could be because of our environment or because of what we take in, what we're around. So let's talk about that for a second.
Okay, so one thing, definitely, these phones, radiation comes from phones. all the time. And we done got so addicted to them that we gotta have them in the bed with us when we sleep, or at least right next to us when we sleep. And that radiation is coming straight to you, especially if you don't have something to protect you like copper or something like that. And also Wi-Fi, because that's also radiation. And it's letting off different cells that can mess with your biological makeup. And we've gotten addicted to that, because if you go to a place in public now and they don't have a Wi-Fi guest access or something like that, it's like, I don't even want to be here. I don't want to use my data.
It's like the kids, what's your Wi-Fi code?
Yeah.
And you go to everybody's house now, dang near everybody got their jump posted somewhere, like on the refrigerator.
Yeah.
On the bulletin board with the Wi-Fi code, because we already know everybody gonna come in and ask for that junk.
Yeah. And you got all this in-home pollution going on, and barely any plants at all that can purify the air, or even the air purifier.
And water in Memphis, as good as it is, there are some areas in the city, South Memphis being one of them. If you don't know about that, especially that area close to Kellogg's and in that area, the incidences of cancer in that particular area is high.
Yeah.
And it's because of the contaminated water.
North Memphis too.
Okay.
Because I live around the industrial area. And
God. Memphis is heavy with plants, warehouses, and things that just pump out, you know, pollutants in the air and in the ground.
Yeah,
it's in the ground.
It is.
It's in the foods that we eat that are very much so pumped with chemicals. A lot of the foods that we eat, and talking
and
about
the
products that we put on our skin as well.
Deodorant, lotion, toothpaste with all the fluoride that's, you know, calcifying your pineal gland
and your brain.
Yeah, you got
There's a lot of research to be done that and some things we don't know because we're not in circles of people who talk about these things, which is why I wanted to have this conversation, why I wanted to have this podcast, because I want to introduce some healthy conversations to people who maybe when you go to work, all y'all talk about is other people. I want to let's elevate the conversation, shall we?
Come on, elevation.
Can we talk about some things that are on not so surface? Can we get a little bit deeper? That's kind of why I wanted to start this Black Healthy and Southern podcast, because believe it or not, a lot of the podcasts I listen to are based in New York or California, West Coast, East Coast. There are a couple that are based here in the South. One of them right here in Memphis, the 67 with Shay and Will. I love that podcast. And the reason I like to listen to podcasts is, number one, it exposes me to different conversations. Like, besides what's going on at work and what's going on with my friends, I need to know about what's going on in other parts of the country.
Right.
Just as much as I want to know about what pop culture and all that good stuff. I just want to know what's going on. But the thing about the South that people up north and maybe to the west think of us, they think we're slow and they think we are regressed. A lot of our ideas are regressed and a lot of them are slow. But let me tell you something. We are highly intelligent.
Come on.
Okay? Highly intelligent in the South.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief.
More connected to the earth than you'll ever be.
Right. And people think because we have this southern drawl, because we speak, you know, with a little twang, we draw our vowels out when we talk, and we super country and all that good stuff. They think we slow because we sound like this. It's the truth, right? They talk about this on podcasts. One of the podcasts I listen to based in New York is one of them I think is a publicist. The other one is does some PR work and maybe some A&R or something like that. Every time they talk about somebody from the South, they talk as if it's 1927. It's a stigma out there that's been placed on us. And I want to elevate our conversation. I want to elevate our conversation and show everybody else, y'all, we got stuff to talk about. We are deeper than what we appear to be.
And Ghetto Bohemian is more than just a hashtag.
Yes, come on, Ghetto.
Yeah,
Ghetto.
I came straight from North Memphis, Fraser area. But, you know, I'm not the normal person.
Okay.
Because, you know, Bohemian is a person that goes against the grain.
Okay.
That would be me.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I'm a massage therapist, holistic healer.
Okay.
Great auntie, from North Memphis.
You got an old soul about you too.
I thank you.
You are definitely wise beyond your years.
I appreciate it.
A lot of us, and let me tell you something about wisdom. And I think we got off self-care for a second, but I think y'all know what we say when we say self-care.
It's part of
We
it.
talked about it good enough. I got off it for, look at this sun coming in on you. We don't have to scoot this thing over there. Look at you in that. Look at you. Do you see you?
I do.
What was I talking about? I got off subject. Just wisdom.
Yeah.
We all have wisdom in us, yo. We all have it.
Yeah.
You know, but going back to everything we talked about before and getting off too much onto things that are going on outside of us, we don't get the opportunity to seek the wisdom that's already been placed in us. A lot of times, go ahead.
Connecting to yourself.
Connecting to yourself. A lot of times, women come to me for help to seek maybe advice on different things. Hey, how you doing?
Wait,
Intelligence is that we are the gods of Homer. Yes, intelligence is, you see.
Yay!
The Southerners are the gods of the home remedies.
Come on.
Living off the land.
Big mama.
Okay, before we moved up north, honey, we lived down south. Okay? We went up north for freedom, but we lived and we operated here in the south and lived off the land.
In our hair. So we could eat.
Yes, yes.
All that. I'm digging this sun.
You ought to be. I kind of want to scoot over, get me some, but it's coming. You gonna scoot over? We're gonna scoot over just a little bit, y'all, because we finna get some vitamin D right quick. Can y'all handle it? Y'all gonna have to handle it.
Hello.
I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of this little. I ain't got no cleavage going on. Scoot the table. Okay. All right.
Good.
All right. Let me bring this in. Ooh, yes.
There you go.
Yes, son.
Yeah.
Speaking of sun, get y'all some vitamin D.
It's so.
Get you some vitamin D from this glorious sun.
It's like just the right ingredient.
Antonio says a lot of the food that's healthier for us is high cost for family, and I think it's the problem for. Let me dispel that myth right there.
It's a lot of stuff on sale.
And fruits and vegetables are not expensive. It's just that our tongue does not have an affinity for fruits and vegetables. Our tongue has an affinity for salt and sugar.
Yeah.
And it's something, for our if we were breastfed, our mother's breast milk is sweet. But the foods that if we were not breastfed, we were given formula, which is a little sweet and it's a little salty.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the foods that we are kind of grown up off of are salty and sweet. So as we get older, we want something salty, we want something sweet.
Right.
And so those are the foods that are pumped with chemicals, and those are the foods that are a little bit more expensive. Fruits and vegetables, if you can change your tongue, get your tongue or your mouth and your mind and your body in the habit of eating fruits and vegetables. I was just telling Shantria earlier, I love chickpeas. I bought 5 cans of chickpeas. They were 54 cents a piece. Chickpeas and olives. I told her I discovered yesterday.
It's savory and salty.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
54 cents, and the jar of olives was like $1 something. That's a whole meal for me. I just bought a bag of frozen cauliflower for $1, a bag of frozen kale for $1.
And if you hit a farmer's market, they had like ginger root. Compared to the ginger root at Kroger or Walmart, they cost like $6 for a pound.
Okay.
You can go to the farmer's market. It's one out in Cordova, $1.29 a pound.
Okay. Yeah, you have to do a little shopping, but I can understand how, especially if you have a large family, how your costs for eating can be expensive. If you're struggling trying to change your diet and get to something healthier, take it slow. Take it super slow, because if you try to do it all in one turn, it's probably a recipe for a disaster.
Yeah.
Take it slow, but you can eat healthy and like your foods without a lot of money. Go ahead.
Before you put your money in it, you got to put your mind to it first.
This is true.
Because if you don't convince your own self that you can do it, it's just going to be a experiment waiting to fail.
And there's nothing wrong with trying. Try it and fail at it. I mean, that's part of the process.
Yeah.
But if your mind isn't right in it, then you're going to convince yourself that it wasn't worth it in the first place. And it is worth it. It is worth it.
Like with a lot of the diets, or, the health crazes out here, folks are looking to lose weight so they can fit into some kind of dress or suit or whatever. But when you get in your head that you're doing it to be healthier, it'll be easier to do because you got your end goal in mind. And when you can keep that in your head visually, emotionally, you know, and keep your eyes and ears open to the changes that you witnessing, then you'll be okay. You know, it won't be as hard. And don't do it all at one time. Like, if you're trying to change one thing, do it one thing at a time and find something to, you know, alternate or alternative to that thing that you're doing. So, like, let's say you're doing, I don't know, music videos or whatever. You can turn around and do a motivational video or look at motivational videos. Or if you're listening to, I don't know, a bunch of stuff with cussing that's not really conducive to your well-being or your hustle or your grind or, you know, yourself, building yourself up, then find you something that, you know, does do that.
Because what you feed yourself. I've turned my page in my notebook so I can write this down when you said something about listening to something that's not conducive. What you feed yourself is what's going to come out. You know, what goes out comes in. You reap what you sow. So if you're giving, you are what you invest. Yeah. So when you're giving yourself trash and garbage, then you're getting that back out. Whether that's through your music, whether that's through your conversation, your food, the liquids that you choose to ingest.
Yeah.
Whatever you bringing in, it's gonna come out. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go left a little bit.
Come on.
Let's say you talking about fruits and vegetables. Your flavor when you decide to be intimate with somebody is altered and it changes. So
that's a deep connection right there.
If you want to taste right, eat right.
True.
Amen.
Yes, I always get that. I get that question a lot. Are you vegan? I always want to know. Well, you know what? You ain't gonna find out. You ain't gonna find. Somebody gonna find out. It ain't gonna be you, bruh.
Come on.
But earlier I was saying that people and women who come to me with questions and everything, a lot of times I like to tell them, and it's hard to see us right now, but I think we're looking cute in this sun. This sun feels absolutely glorious.
I see the glow.
We are bathing in this sun right here, y'all. But yeah, a lot of women come to me for advice and all that good stuff, and I tell them that actually what you need to know is already inside you. It just may be covered. It may be dampened. But the seed is already in you for what you need to make the changes that are necessary for you to grow. You got to get rid of some stuff.
You'll surprise yourself with the things that you know. You will really surprise yourself with the things that you know. Like with the self-care and the natural remedies.
Okay. Yes.
I just did the stuff on research. And I was like, okay, I know this does this. I know this does this. But I didn't know this was going to bring this result.
Okay.
Like, I was asked, I'll keep this client disclosed, but I was asked to make some pills for the male reproductive area.
Okay.
And I did, because I already had the stuff on hand.
Okay.
The next 2 days, he came to me. He was like, Tria, the pills you gave me are really working. Because I tried to lay down, and I was tapping myself on the shoulder with his. Yeah. I said, well, I just did what I was asked.
And it was a natural remedy. It was not purchased over the counter.
No.
At the store.
No.
A lot of what we need, y'all. The earth gives us what we need.
Everything you need is in the earth.
It's already produced. It's already under the sun. Nothing. There's nothing new that can be invented right now that can help you go through. I mean, that can help you alleviate the pain that you're going through right now. It's already here on this earth. It could be in your very backyard.
It most likely is.
And like you said, you research it.
And you call
the information is out there.
What you like? Let's say you got a cold. And your stomach is jacked up.
Okay.
them weeds that you've been cutting down.
Okay.
And putting Ready Roundup on.
Okay.
And all that, your back pillow.
It's fine. I think we got enough to last.
Okay. The stuff that you've been killing is good for your stomach, like dandelion. You can use from the flower down to the root.
Okay.
To help with your stomach.
Y'all hear that?
And that's a diuretic. I mean, you're gonna be on the toilet, but you know it does
dandelion.
It help you do what you're supposed to do.
It's probably going right there by your front door.
I mean, you know,
if you ain't killing it,
it's spring.
And you'll see it along. Sometimes I'm driving along the expressway or getting off on the exit, and I see some wildflowers, and I so want to pull over and just cut them down. I have to start doing it.
Yeah, like, you know, Google is a friend.
Man, Google is it's the world at your fingertips.
Yeah.
And social media is nice, but Google, baby, you can get your whole degree.
Come on.
With Google. Do you hear me?
I think I
did. While we started trying to get names, letters and everything behind our names. It's information out there, which is good.
What's good, superstar?
We live on Facebook. You don't mind going live on Facebook, do you? We live on Facebook right now. If you step in, you're going to be live on Facebook. He changed his mind.
You came out here with his cool Moby shades on. What's up?
Time no see, baby. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
How you doing?
Writing yourself.
I'm Kim. Hakeem, nice to meet you.
This man is one of the dopest painters.
Really?
I mean, you on Facebook now.
You on Facebook now? Yeah, people see you. It's hard to see, but.
How y'all doing?
You know, I've been on there before.
I'm here for a minute. You gonna be here?
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you, Kim.
Nice to meet you too. But yeah, what you need is already in you. I want to see some of his work.
Yes.
But what you need is already in you, people. And we're going to get around you. We're going to get to our last couple of questions, and I want to ask you about some of the other things that you're doing.
Okay.
So for those of us who are living healthier and we're kind of on our road to mastery, I don't think it's anything you can ever master.
Right.
But you can get better at it. Mm-hmm. But for those of us who are better at it, how can we help those who are struggling?
If they come to you and ask you a question, talk to them. Don't be scared to talk to people. Because, I mean, if you go to somebody and you think that they have something that you need, we all connected. Mm-hmm. Like I said earlier, everybody is an extension of you. Mm-hmm. So treat them as such. So the parts that you don't know or you do know, you got somebody who has everything that you have that's trying to get some more of what you got. Don't be scared to share. I mean, if you want to charge, that's fine, but I'm pretty sure you went on Google for free. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, the data was included in your phone plan. So, you know, talk.
If you don't have a letter, well, let me be quiet about that. Okay.
And if you have a book, suggest. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, whatever website. Mm-hmm.
And be open, like you said, be open about it.
Yeah.
And don't be so quick to speak in judgment. Because I think a lot of people are turned off by wanting to be healthier because they feel like those of us who are healthier look down. Mm-hmm. Baby, no, because I struggle on some days. Okay, it's not always a walk in the park. Mm-hmm. It's hard.
And the folks that's not on our level, they probably know some stuff that we have no clue about. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, mm-hmm. they just the outside mirror, mm-hmm. a walking mirror. Mm-hmm. So, mm-hmm. you know, don't be scared to talk to people.
Let's talk about some of these other gifts that you have before we get ready to sign off.
Okay.
Because it sounds like you're into herbs.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I'm an earth sign, mm-hmm. Virgo.
Okay.
So, yeah, me and earth, we got a real tight connection.
Yeah, I got a thing going on.
Yeah, you know, this how I came up with this bite butter. Plus, I don't
and it's lovely.
Look
at this sheen on my hand. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Come on, glow.
Yeah, mm-hmm. You know, I'm an anti-ash advocate, too. So, you know, I make oils and body butters.
Okay.
And if it's something that I can't make at the moment, I got the plug.
Okay.
A few of them. A whole power strip of plugs. I also do photography every now and then. I was doing it heavy at one point. Mm-hmm. Feel like I was writing really heavy
Okay.
at one point. Poetry, stories. I wrote a couple songs.
Okay.
I thought I was doing something.
You were doing something.
I'm still waiting on Diddy and them to hit me up for their record deal. Yeah, no. I'm a little scared to sign with Diddy and them, though.
Yeah.
They do some weird stuff.
I have a love-hate relationship with Diddy.
Yeah.
Take that.
I'm scared.
But bad boy, yes, all the way.
His shade scared me.
His shade? I ain't never paid attention. I wanted to say, speaking of, today I was reading up on Memphis, Egypt.
Yeah.
And how the god of Memphis, Egypt, was Ptah. He was a god of creatives. He was a creative god. He oversaw the creatives and things like that. Memphis is so rich with people who know how to do many things.
Yeah.
If you are in Memphis right now and you are trying to figure out what it is that you need to be doing, you are in the right place.
Yeah.
And you are in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
10 times out of 10, there is something that you have a passion for and you don't know it yet. So rewind this video and listen to ways that you can get in touch with yourself.
Yeah.
To find out what it is that's been placed on the inside of you that needs to come out. Whether you make money from it or not, I'm speaking to somebody in particular right now. There is something that you need to be doing either with your hands. There is something 10 times out of 10 it's probably with your hands, whether it's writing or making. But there's something you need to be doing with your mind. The things that are going on in your mind and in your brain, they have so much value and people are waiting for it. You need to bring that out. Don't get stuck on one thing in particular. There are many things inside of you. And like you said, as a creative, you do many things. You pick them up, you put them down, whether you make money from it or not.
Yeah.
And when the fear hits you, it's just like, hey, I want to do this right now.
Yeah.
I don't personally feel any type of way about starting a venture and then putting it down.
Yeah. I mean, you just finding yourself.
Yes.
That's all you doing. So don't be scared.
Don't be scared to try it.
No, don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Get up right now. Turn off when we get out this video.
Don't turn it off yet.
Wait, we still got a few more things to talk about. But when this video is over, turn your phone off and connect with yourself and see what's going on inside that brain of yours.
While it's still bright and warm outside, take your
step
shoes
outside
off.
and get grounded.
Take your shoes off.
Yes.
Go sit in the grass.
Ground yourself in the earth.
In through your nose, out through your mouth.
Yes,
and
connect
if the sun
yourself.
Hit you, don't get sunburned though. I don't really think it's that bright, but
it's not. We getting some rays. We getting some. About black people, we need UV protection.
Yeah,
we got melanin and all that gives us a little bit more protection than most, but we still need something because that sun ain't no joke.
Shea butter is really nice.
Yeah, shea butter is.
And mango butter.
Yes, put some of that on your skin.
Like all the SPFs and clock block the side isms.
Okay.
Is that a word? I don't know.
We're gonna make it a word.
We're gonna make it one today. You don't need all that.
Yeah.
Just get you some good shea butter. And coconut oil.
And vitamin E oil too is good.
Yeah.
Vitamin E oil is good. It's hard to find in the city. I think I bought mine from what's this health food store, real small. Poplar, Coast to East.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's super small, but it has a lot of
it's like on
natural. It's on the corner, real small. I can't think of the name. That's where I bought my vitamin E oil from. But yeah, it's good. I use in a lot of my Anyway, yeah. Speaking of the sun, yeah, we have talked a lot today. Anything else we want to talk about? Because I have enjoyed this conversation. I feel like we ventured away from self-care, but I think y'all get the gist of it. Self-care
all of it is connected.
All of it is connected. Self-care is in here. You know what to do. You know what to do. Turn off some of the distractions and get connected to you.
And go to sleep.
And go yeah. Get some sleep.
Listen, let me tell y'all something.
Come on, also.
When your when you don't let yourself sleep the 6 to 8 hours that you're supposed to do, your body cannot heal itself like it's supposed to. That's why it's suggested that you get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So when you are up 24 hours out your day, you ain't allowing yourself to be healed. You ain't allowing your brain to be rejuvenated, your cells to be rejuvenated, and then you susceptible to getting colds, the flu. You always in fight or flight. So your body is real stressed out, and you dehydrated, and you catching cramps, and you bleeding too heavy because your body is irregular.
Woo, let me tell you, when it's body not right, y'all, it's telling you, your body is telling you something ain't right.
And you constipated, and you got gout, and your toe,
that's a lot,
and your pinky toe is stiff, and your butt is real tight, literally, and you got an attitude because your butt is real tight, and that's pulling at your lower back. Sit down and get you a massage somewhere. Huh? Go get you a massage. It's okay. You can get 30 minutes. You can spare 30 minutes.
I'm making my appointment as soon as we finish this. I'm going to make an appointment for next week.
Okay.
I'm going to make an appointment.
I don't care where you do it. Just get you one.
I'm going to make an appointment with you.
Okay.
Because you have healing hands. Not all massage therapists have healing hands. Some of them just have LMTs behind their names.
Yeah. That's a whole nother episode for another day with the sun. And I'm going to be barefoot for that one. I'm going to have my toes done.
Yes. I have so enjoyed this conversation.
I have too.
I have, and I hope y'all got something out of it. I feel like there probably needs to be a self-care too, and maybe it can be a little bit more guided and a little bit more focused, but I know y'all got the gist of what we're talking about, and y'all got a good summary of what it looks like to take care of yourself, and it's different for each one of us. My self-care routine and what I do, it's different from Shantria. Shantria's is different from the next person. But
most
mine
feel all the same.
Yeah, not the same at all. So. Mine may be more mind regulated than it is physical. It's nothing wrong with taking care of ourselves, I love to get my nails on. Look at my pretty iridescent nail polish. Yeah, I like that nude color.
Girl, thank you. I need to feel it. Jesus.
Ooh, I just had my feeling. And I love washing my face and using my own skincare products and putting on smell goods before I go to bed. And all that good stuff, but I also love tuning everything out, and I love being alone with myself. Yes. To me, it is the ultimate joy. Meditating has become my latest thing that I crave. I will get in my car. I don't even listen to music that much anymore because I'm always trying to find somebody talking to me, giving to me some mantras and some affirmations, or just listening to straight music. I crave that. Because it feeds me. It's amazing to me.
Like, it'll take you somewhere.
Oh my goodness, it takes you to a whole nother realm. Oh, because we got to get off this surface that we're living on sometimes, and we need to be lifted. We need to be taken. We need to be elevated, and sometimes we need to go deeper.
And we need to be aligned. Ooh, child.
We're going to do another episode about spirituality.
Because
I think we talked just as much about spirituality this episode as we talked about self-care.
I'll go off on alignment.
Okay. We don't have to do it again. We don't have to. But where can people find you, Shantria?
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook, Shantria Anderson, LMT. Shantria. All it. Anderson, LMT. I think I'm probably the only one in the world with that name.
Okay.
I like to think so anyway.
What's your middle name? Do you mind me asking?
Danielle.
Shantria Danielle.
This is my first time telling everybody.
Really? Y'all learned something new today about Shantria.
So, yes. Don't get no cards.
Are you on Instagram?
I am.
Okay.
Very Urban Vintage.
Yes.
Very Urban Vintage. That's me on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm not on Twitter. I'm not really trying to fly away until I become an angel.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm not on Tumblr.
Okay.
So that's pretty much all on social media.
Okay. So if someone wanted to make an appointment with you, what's the best way to do that?
You can inbox me.
Okay.
Direct message me. I'm not finna give y'all my phone number on Facebook. Wait till
Good idea.
hit me up. Or you can email me at urbanvintagenaturals with an S at gmail.com. I'm gonna put it in the comments.
Okay. Okay.
Or like if I put it on my Facebook and Instagram, a flyer where I'm gonna be.
Yes, where Ethel May is gonna be.
Yeah,
that purple chair.
Ethel May the chair. Everybody's favorite auntie to hug on. That's what I think. That's because I didn't have folks come to me at a show and hug my chair before they hug me.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for showing Shantria love.
Yeah. That's how my boyfriend is. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I thank you for joining us today or joining me on the broadcast. I brought a couple of gifts for you. I'm so glad your ears are pierced. I started to ask you and I'll be like, no, she's going to kind of know what I want to bring her. So I'm bringing you this vintage pair of earrings. Because y'all know I love me some vintage stuff.
Oh, and it's a stone too.
It's Jasper maybe? I don't know.
It look like it.
I don't know. Whatever it is. It might be, I don't know.
It's something I'm going to wear.
Thank you. That color is gorgeous. And these handcrafted with some wood and some fabric. I think you'll love that color. I think you like colors. What's your shirt say? Aligned?
Yeah.
Oh, it says all aligned.
Yeah.
Okay.
With all the chakras.
Okay.
Colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm a Christian, y'all, but I am studying other religions at this moment. Catholicism is what I'm into now.
Jesus.
Catholicism is rich in spirituality.
Jesus was a whole Jew, but he talked to other people.
Yes. We're gonna get out. That's a whole nother
episode.
That's a whole nother episode too, right there. My phone is like at less than 10%. We're about to get up off this junk.
Yeah.
Oh, but I had such a good time. I want to sit out here and sunbathe in the sun, but me and Madison finna go to Hewitt's and get us a Beyond Burger.
Come on, Beyond Burger.
Thank you. What did I tell Madison? Y'all got the same birthday.
Oh, she don't.
Somebody else touch. Get y'all a Shantria in your life, man. Get you a young old soul. Do you hear me? If you ain't got no young old soul, get you an old soul. Somebody with wisdom in their life that can give it to you because you need it.
There's some 7-year-olds out there looking for people to talk to.
Yes, they need it. We all need it. Yeah. So I'm grateful that you're in my life. I appreciate you.
Like your glow is everything, honey.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I work at this glow. Do you hear me?
Girl.
Do you hear me? I want y'all to work at y'all glow. Do it, okay? Because people will notice it. No lie. All right.
Sleep helps.
Sleep does help your glow. Water really helps your glow. Green tea has been helping my glow lately. Okay, let me get up off this junk, y'all, because we've been talking. Hydrate your hustle. Thank y'all. Who was it that said, hey, Ashley, I got some earrings for you.
Hey,
and thanks to everybody that joined us. We can't see us now, but I bet you we look good. I can't wait to go back and watch it. So I'm going to pick up the phone and finish it.